Get your phones out and your ring lights. We about to go live. I'm on your phone screen, man, we going live.
Hey there, Bare Knuckle News fans. Susan Singari here at KnuckleMania 4 in Los Angeles, and I'm standing with Big Ben Rothwell, who got the W tonight, but not exactly the way he expected to. Let's talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it. You want to know that I'm, like, I don't even know if I would say bittersweet, but I put in a lot of work for this. I got the fans really let me know that said that I look good at weigh-ins. I didn't think about what I was doing. I just trained really hard for this fight. I wanted to come in and perform for California. This is a history-making event,
right.
First event in California for the BKFC. Big moment for David Feldman and the incredible BKFC staff. And I wanted to come here and deliver. And I was happy to hear the fans still cheered and they were happy for me, but that's not. I wanted a clean win. I wanted a knockout. And, I can't control my opponent.
You know, though, I saw you. What I have to do remark about the fact, because I've never really had a chance to see you while you were in there when they announced your name and, they gave the stats and where you're fighting from. You had probably one of the most serious and most determined fighter faces I've ever seen. Let's talk a little bit about the fact you not only want to take the W, but your disappointment in the fact that the fight ended, of course, the way it did. Because you were looking like you were ready for blood even before you started the fight.
Well, you see my nose bled. He clipped me in the beginning of the fight. Again, I got some sort of injury in the beginning of the fight. Pissed me off, and I was there to finish. All right, it's going back in. I'm bleeding all over. So that's my war wound for this fight. 43-second fight. I got a bloody nose. But after that clipped, I was ready to throw my combos, and he got hit with something. I threw I got to watch the fight, but I knew he got hit, and he fell down, and his eyes got big, and I knew he was close to the end, because then he got back up, and then the fight was over within 10 seconds, because he threw himself into me and kind of threw himself on the ground. It's not the way I wanted it to go.
There was a lot of trash talking going on beforehand, and as I remember, I think he was also making fun of you because he didn't think you could make the weight.
Yeah, he made a big deal about the weight, and then even for this fight, he made a post on social media saying, "Oh, let's see if this guy even can make weight. I'm going to get paid more money." And he did that on Thursday, and then Friday at weigh-ins, he was there. I was there at noon, and it was up is that he was there waiting. He was so concerned about my weight, so I knew I was already in his head. And when I got on the scale and it said 275, I could just see his brain melt. He wasn't expecting it. I don't know why. I'm a professional. This is what I do. He had it in his head that whatever for the fight in December. I mean, I got sick, and it's only happened a handful of times in a 25-year career. So I came and made up for it tonight. I was here, right?
It's been frustrating for you, I know, because an illness scrapped you at BKFC 56. So, again, it didn't go your way tonight, but I think that the fans got to see a side of you that they haven't been able to see before, because you were very outspoken after the fight, and you really, really were disappointed in the fact that you couldn't show them a good performance. And then, of course, the fans were very, very respectful of Ben. I got to ask you, though, who do you want to fight next? Because that's probably what the fans want to know, because they want to see you fight again.
Oh, I for sure want to fight Mick Terrell. I just don't know if I'm going to get that fight. There's some rumblings about another opponent. I feel like I might be on the Platinum Perry train where, we're not, him and I aren't fighting for titles, even though he got to do the King of Violence, but he's kind of taking these other fights with, big names outside. It sounds like something like that is kind of headed for me on my next fight. I just got told that. Obviously, I can't say anything. It'll be a big announcement, and but who knows? Maybe things will change. And I do get to fight Mick Terrell, so we'll see what happens.
So I just want to go back to what you said, because I think the fans need to understand that this was you were so looking forward to this fight. You were so excited for it. Your last fight got canceled. We even spoke about this in Miami when you weren't fighting, about how much you were looking forward to the fight. Take us through the process as to how your training camp went and what you had to do to endure to get to the weight, because fans don't really have a chance to understand what goes on, how much effort they put into this to get ready to fight, and then how sad it is to only be able to fight for 43 seconds.
I'm known as Big Ben, okay? Not your average bear. I do like to eat. I love food. It's my mom is a professional chef, and you know, it's just my parents owned a restaurant for many years, so food is our thing. I love food. I love food from all over the world. I love trying different things, and yeah, I couldn't have any of that. I had a very strict diet to make this fight happen, but that was the commitment that I was willing to make, and I think it showed.
Yeah. All right, before we go tonight, Ben, any final thoughts then?
I hope the fans enjoy this incredible event here in California. From everything I'm hearing, California wants us back, and that's the best thing we could possibly hope for. Incredible attendance tonight. I just see a home run for the BKFC, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
All right, before we go tonight, Ben, friends, family, or sponsors that you'd like to thank, sir?
Thank you for the fans for coming out here, and I get to do this because of all of you, so thank you.
All right, so for Bare Knuckle News, I'm Susan Singori, and this is the one and only
Big Ben Rothwell. And nobody beats you to the punch.